Hi friends, I am Ranu Jain and I am back with algebra. In my last video, I had covered these terminologies. If you want to revisit them, please go to my video. Today I am going to cover addition and subtraction of algebraic expression. Before that, let's take couple of examples for how do we evaluate algebraic expression through substitution. So I have taken an example here. This is a polynomial. Now here I am saying that if x is equal to 10, evaluate the value of this polynomial. So what I have to simply do here is I have to replace this x with the value given of x. So that means I can write this as 2 into 10 square minus 3 into 10 plus 4. So this is equal to 200. This is 10 into 10 is 100. 10 square is 100. So this is 200 minus 30 plus 4. 170 plus 4. This is equal to 174. So the answer here is, answer here is 174 when the value of x is equal to 10. Now let's again see one more example with some negative value. Say for example x is equal to minus 10. Now in this case I will replace x with minus 10. So this is 2 into minus 10 square. Since x here is minus 10, this will be minus 10 square minus 3 into minus 10 plus 4. So this is equal to 2 into again 100. Minus 10 multiplied by minus 10 will be 100. So this is 2 into 100. Now here this is minus into minus. Minus into minus is plus, plus 30 plus 4. So this is equal to 200 plus 30 plus 4, which is equal to 234. So you can see there is a difference in the value of these two even when the polynomial is same, the algebraic expression is same. Why? Because the value of the variables are different in two cases. So this is how we evaluate any algebraic expression. Here we have taken example of one variable. We can also solve it with two variables when the value of both the variables is given. Let's take an example. See for example, a b plus a square plus 1. This is an algebraic expression and the value of a is equal to 2 and b is equal to 3. What I will do, I will simply replace the value of a and b with 2 and 3. So here a, that means 2 multiplied by 3. A is 2, b is 3, so this is 2 multiplied by 3 plus a square, that means 2 square plus 1. So this is equal to 2 3s are 6 plus 2 2s are 2 into 2, this is 4 plus 1, that means this is equal to 11. So this is how you evaluate any algebraic expression when the value of two variables are given in case the algebraic expression is having two variables. Okay, how does the addition work in algebra? We have already learned what are like terms and what are the unlike terms. I think I missed to cover here. We have also covered like and unlike terms in my last video. If you want to go through it, please revisit my last video. So addition can be done only on the like terms. If there are two terms which are unlike, you cannot add those two terms. So let's take example here. 2a plus 4a. In this polynomial, there are two terms. This is one term and this is the other term. And both the terms are having same variable a and the same literal. The degree of both the terms is also same. So I can add these two. I can write it as 2 plus 4. It is nothing, just simply adding the constants of the two terms. So this is equal to 6a. That means 2a plus 4a is equal to 6a. But if I have 2a plus 4a square, I cannot add these two because the literals of the two terms are different. These two terms are unlike terms. I cannot add the unlike terms. But if I have, for example, here s3a square, how can I simplify it? It is again, I can add the like terms. These two are the like terms because these two terms are having the same variable a and the degree of this variable is also same. So I can add these two, but I cannot add this one to this. So that means 2a plus 4 plus 3 is 7, 7a square. So this is how I can write this particular algebraic expression in the simplified manner. So always remember, we can always add only the like terms. We can never add unlike terms. Now here one more thing you have to remember is, I have written this is 2a plus 7a square. The standard way of writing any algebraic expression is always to have the higher degree variable at the first place. So in these two terms, the degree of this term is 1 and the degree of this term is 2. So let's write it as 7a square plus 2a. This is also not wrong, but the standard way of writing the final answer should always be with the highest degree at first place. Okay. So now we will see how do we do addition in horizontal and vertical method. There are two ways you can do the addition of algebraic expressions. One is horizontal method and one is the vertical method. So we will take the same example and we will try to do the same question with both the methods. Now I have taken here a little complex question as compared to the last example that I had taken. Let's see how do we do the horizontal method. Now I have to add these three terms. This is one term, this is second term, and this is my first algebraic expression, this is second algebraic expression, and this is the third algebraic expression. So how do I add these three? This is simple 5x square plus y plus 2a. Then add this 4x square y plus 5a. Then add this 7x square y plus 7a. So this is equal to, I have put them in brackets for better clarity to you, as these are individual expressions that were given to us in the question. So I have written at the first in the brackets. Now let's open the brackets first. This is 5x square y plus 2a plus 4x square y plus 5a plus 7x square y plus 7a. Now as I said, we can only add like terms. So in this complete expression, we have to identify which are the like terms and we have to group them. So we can see here, this is x square y, this is also x square y, this is x square y. So these three terms are the like terms. So let me group them together. So this is 5x square y plus 4x square y plus 7x square y. Now these remaining terms are also like terms. I can group these three together. So let's group them. 2a plus 5a plus 7a. Now we have to simply add the constants. This is 5 plus 4 is 9. 9 plus 7 is 16. So this complete I can write as 16x square y. And this particular thing, 2 plus 5 is 7. 7 plus 7 is 14. So this I can write as plus 14a. So this is my final simplified answer for the addition of these three algebraic expressions. So this is the horizontal method that we have done. Now we will try to understand the same addition with vertical method. So we have 5x square y plus 2a. Now I have to add these two expressions to this. What I have to do here is I have to simply write the like term below the like term. So this is 4x square y is the like term to this 5x square y. I'll write here as 4x square y plus this is 5a. This is the like term to 2a. So this is 5a here. Similarly, I'll write this here 7x square y plus 7a. Now if I have to add this is 5 plus 4 plus 7, 9 plus 7 is 16. This is 16x square y plus again this is 7 plus 7, that is equal to 14a. So this is how I will solve the addition in the vertical method. So this is the another example I am taking. Let's see how do we solve this in the horizontal and vertical method. Let's first take horizontal method. Now here there are again 3 polynomials given and we have to add these 3. Let's see how do we do it. 2x square plus 6y plus 3xy. This is my first polynomial. I have to add this to 3x square plus 5xy plus x. This is the second polynomial, and the third I have to add is 6xy plus 5. Again, let's open the brackets here. 2x square plus 6y plus 3xy plus 3x square plus 5xy plus x plus 6xy plus 5. Now again we have to identify what are the like terms and we have to group them. So x square, this is one term, this is also x square, this is the second like term to this. So this is equal to 2x square plus 3x square. These two are done. Now we will see what is the like term to 6y. Do we have any like term to this with only variable is y? No, we don't have. So this will be as it is. Now let's see this one, 3xy. So what are the terms with the variables xy? This 3xy plus 5xy plus 6xy. So this I have to write as 3xy plus 5xy plus 6xy. I am grouping them. Now what is the remaining one? This x is remaining and this 5 is remaining. There are no like terms to this and there is no other polynomial that is containing this constant. So I'll simply write them as x and 5. Now 2x square plus 3x square is 5x square plus 6y remains as it is plus 3xy plus 5xy plus 6xy. Add the constants of these terms. So 3 plus 5, 8. 8 plus 6 is 14. So 14xy plus x plus 5. Now there are no terms which are like here which I can add. So this is my final simplified way of writing the addition of these 3 expressions. So as I said in my previous example, we should always write the higher degree at the first place. So how do we write this? This is 5x square plus, let's write this because the degree of this term is 1 plus 1 which is 2. So this is 14xy, then I can write 6y, then I can write x plus 5. So this is my final answer. So now let's see how do we solve this using vertical method. Let's write this first expression, 2x square plus 6y plus 3xy. As I explained in the last example, in the vertical method, you have to write down the like terms below the like terms. So my next expression is this. I have the first term as 3x square. So I have a like term here, I'll write this 3x square below 2x square. Now this is plus 5xy. This is a like term to this. So this has to go below this. So the sign of this is plus. I'll write here also as plus 5xy. The next term is x. Now in this expression I do not have x. But here I have x. Now how do I write this? I'll simply go beyond this thing and I'll write here plus x. Now let's see how do we write the third expression. This is 6xy plus 5. Now 6xy is a similar term to this. So again I will write 6xy below this. The sign of this 6xy is plus. There is no sign, that means it is a plus. So I can write here as plus 6xy. And now if you see, this is a constant. There is no constant here in the first two expressions. So again, where do I write that? I'll again go beyond this and then I'll write here as plus 5. Now let's see what is the answer. 2 plus 3, it is 5x square. There is nothing to add here. So this 6y will come as it is. Here we have to add these 3. 3 plus 5, 8. And 8 plus 6 is 14xy. Then here there is nothing to add. So this again comes as it is. And here this constant comes as it is. So 5x square plus 6y plus 14xy plus x plus 5. This is the final answer. And again you can write the final answer as per the degree. I hope the vertical and the horizontal method of doing addition on algebraic expressions is clear to you. In case of any questions, again put your questions in the comment box. Now let's see how do we do the subtraction with both horizontal and the vertical method. The example I have taken here is this. It says subtract this expression from this. This needs to be subtracted from this. Read carefully whenever it's a subtraction. So we have to subtract this term from this. So I'll write this. We are first learning the horizontal method. So I have to subtract this from this, so which is 3z plus 6x minus 2y. This is one expression minus this. That is 3x plus 4y minus 2z. Do not forget to put this expression in the brackets, because when we are going to subtract this complete term, the signs of all this is going to change. Let's see how. So now I am going to open the brackets first. This is 3z plus 6x minus 2y. Now this subtraction is for the complete expression and not just for 3x. So each of the signs here for each term will be getting multiplied with this. So that means minus plus. This 3x is having plus as a sign. So minus plus is minus 3x. Then minus plus is again minus 4y. And then minus minus is plus 2z. So if you would have observed here, the signs of all these terms has changed here. This plus has become minus, this plus has become minus, this minus has become plus. Usually students make mistake wherein they just put this minus for this first term and they keep all the terms same. This is wrong. So be careful when you open the bracket. That is where is the importance of putting the brackets here. So this is how we write. We have opened the brackets now. As I said, the addition can be done only on the like terms. Similarly, subtraction can also be done only on the like terms. So here again we will group the similar terms, the like terms. So let's see, this is 3z and here it is 2z. So this is 3z. Now be careful when you take the signs. This is plus 2z. So I will write plus 2z. I am putting them in the bracket as I am grouping them together. Now this is 6x. So this we have already taken. Now this is 6x minus 3x. The sign of this term is minus. So this is plus 6x minus 3x. Then this is 2y and 4y. Be careful when you take the signs. This is minus 2y minus 4y. So this is minus 2y minus 4y. I cannot write it like this. I have to have some sign here. If you want to group them and put them in the brackets, please put a plus sign here. Okay. So now let's see. This is 3z plus 2z, which is equal to 5z, plus 6x minus 3x. This is 6 minus 3, that is 3x. The sign will be of the higher number, that is 6. The sign of the 6 is plus, so I'll take plus 3x. Now here, this is, right now I am taking this plus as it is. Let's first solve it within the bracket. This is minus 2y minus 4y. In integers, you know how do we solve this. This is minus 2 minus 4. This becomes minus 6. The numbers will be added, but the sign will be negative. So this is minus 6y. Now I have to open the bracket here. So this is 5z plus 3x plus minus is minus 6y. So either I do it like this for this particular thing, or simply how do I write this? This can be written directly as minus 2y minus 4y without putting the brackets. And then I can simply write this as minus 2 minus 4. This is minus 6y. So you have to be very careful when you are grouping the similar terms. You have to be careful about their signs as well, whether it is positive or negative. Now this is the horizontal method that we have done for subtraction. We will try to understand the vertical method also. Now we will see the same example with a vertical method. We have to subtract this from this. Subtract this from this. So again I will write this at the first place. 3z plus 6x minus 2y. Now when I am subtracting, again I will see what are the like terms and I will write the like terms below the like term. So this is 3x. The sign of this 3x is plus. So here it is 6x. Now I'll write this 3x below this. The sign of this 3x is plus. So I'll write this is 3 plus 3x. Now this is 4y plus 4y. This I can write below this. I will write this is plus 4y. And then this is minus 2z. The sign here is minus. So this will be written as minus 2z. Now as we have seen in the horizontal method that when we subtract this minus with the minus and all these, the sign changes. So again here also this minus into minus will become plus. This minus into plus will become minus. This minus into plus will become minus. So what I will do here is 3z plus 2z. That will be equal to 5z. Be careful how you have to solve it is the sign changes here. When you are doing subtraction in the vertical method, the sign of all these terms will change. The sign of the second expression, this second expression, the polynomial which we are subtracting, the terms of this expression will change. So this is plus, this is minus and this is minus. So this I'll take as 3z plus 2z which is equal to 5z. Here 6x minus 3x which is equal to 3x. 6 minus 3 is 3. The sign will be of the greater number. So 6x is greater. So I'll take sign as plus. So this is 5z plus 3x. Now here this is minus 2y minus 4y. Now minus minus, the numbers will get added and the sign will be of minus only. So this will be minus 6y. So the answer is 5z plus 3x minus 6y. You have to be very careful in subtraction with the signs. So now we will take one more example of subtraction and we will do this with both horizontal and the vertical method. Let's first do the horizontal method. This is x square we have to subtract this from this again. So I will write this expression at the first. So this is 6xy minus 4x square minus y square plus 5 minus this expression x square minus 3xy plus 7y square minus 2. I am subtracting this expression from this. So let's open the brackets now. This is 6xy minus 4x square minus y square plus 5. Now again this is minus here, so all the signs will change because this is minus plus, that will become minus x square. This is minus into minus, which is equal to plus 3xy. This is minus into plus, which is equal to minus 7y square. And then this is minus into minus, that is equal to plus 2. We will group the similar terms, the like terms. So this is xy and here it is xy. So this is 6xy. The sign of this is plus, so I will take this as plus 3xy. Then this is minus 4x square and minus x square. So minus 4x square minus x square. This is minus y square and minus 7y square. So minus y square minus 7y square. And then plus 5 plus 2. Plus 5 plus 2. So now solving this, this is a simple addition. 6 plus 3 is 9xy. This is minus 4x square minus x square. There is nothing here, that means here it is 1. So this is minus 4 minus 1. The sign will be minus and the numbers will be added, that is 5x square. So this is minus 5x square. Now again here also in the same way, minus, there is nothing here, so it means it is 1. So minus 1y square minus 7y square, sign will be minus and the numbers will be added, that will be 8y square. Plus 5 plus 2 is 7. So this is the final answer. Using horizontal method. We have used the horizontal method of doing the subtraction. Now we will take the same example and try to solve this using vertical method. Now we are doing it using vertical method. That is 6xy minus 4x square minus y square plus 5 minus this expression. Now this x square will come below this. These are the like terms. The sign of this x square is plus, so I will put here as plus x square minus 3xy. Sign is minus here. I'll take here as minus 3xy plus 7y square. So below this plus 7y square minus 2. So this is I have written in the vertical method. Now again, as I had explained in the previous example, the signs of all this will change. Minus into minus will become plus. Minus into plus will become minus. Minus into plus will become minus, and minus into minus will become plus. So this will be 6xy plus 3xy. So this will be equal to 6 plus 3, that is 9xy. This is minus 4x square minus x square. So minus and minus, there is nothing here, so that means it is 1. So 4 plus 1 will be 5 and the sign will be negative. So minus 5x square. Similarly here, the sign is negative at both the places. So numbers will be added. Here it is 1. 7 plus 1 is 8. Sign will be minus 8y square. And here it is 5 plus 2. 5 plus 2. This is equal to 7. So this is the final answer. This is how we solve it in the vertical method. Now we will try to solve this question as we have already done the addition and subtraction of algebraic expressions. Let's see how do we solve this question. The question says the sum of the two expressions is this. If one of them is this, then find the other one. So the addition of two expressions is this. Out of those two, one expression is already given. We have to find the other. Now what can be done here? Let's just take example of some numbers. Let's say the sum of two numbers is 10. One of them is 3. What will be the other? So what we will do simply, we will simply subtract this 3 from 10, right? 10 minus 3 will be equal to 7. So that means my other number will be 3. So what I have done, this is the sum and one number I know, so I can find the other number. Now similarly, in these expressions also, this is the sum. Out of which one is given, we have to find the other one. So what I have to do, I have to subtract this one expression from the addition, from the sum of the two, and that will give me the answer of the second expression. So what I will do, this minus this, that means 3x square plus 2xy minus y square. This is one expression which is the sum of two expressions, minus this 2x square plus 3y square. Now let's solve this. This is 3x square plus 2xy minus y square. The sign changes here, minus plus minus, this is minus 2x square, and minus plus again minus, this is minus 3y square. Let's group the similar terms. This is x square, this is x square. So this is 3x square minus 2x square. Then plus 2xy. There is no other like term, so let it be as it is. Then minus y square minus 3y square. So this is equal to 3 minus 2 is 1x square. So I don't need to write 1. I can simply write it as x square. Plus 2xy. Then minus is again sign will be minus, but the numbers will be added. Here it is 1. 1 plus 3 is 4. 4y square. So this is the second term. If I add this term to this term, then my answer will be this, because the sum of two expressions is this. So this is how we do the addition and subtraction in algebra. In case of any questions, please put your questions in the comment box. Now let's quickly see the multiplication of monomials. In this video, I am only going to cover the multiplication of monomials and not beyond that. No binomials, no trinomials. We'll just take example of monomials. So I have two terms or two monomials, for example 2a and 3a. I want to do the multiplication of these two monomials. How do I do it? 2a multiplied by 3a. This is equal to 2 multiplied by 3, that is 6, and a into a is a square. Now as we have seen in addition and subtraction that the addition and subtraction can be done only on the like terms, but in multiplication even the unlike terms can be multiplied. So for example, if I have 2a and 3b, the variables are different, the literals are different, so these two are unlike terms, but still I can do the product of these two. 2a multiplied by 3b, this will be equal to 2 into 3 is 6ab. Right? Similarly, if we have 2a, 3b square, 4ab, let's find the product of these three monomials. All of these three are unlike terms, but still we can do the multiplication. So this is 2a into 3b square into 4ab. Let's find the product of the constants first. 2 3s are 6, 6 4s are 24. So 24a. Let's see how much degree we can put to a. We have a into a. So this will be a square, and this is b square into b. So this will be b cube. So the answer is 24a square b cube. So this is how we do the multiplication of monomials. Friends, in today's session I have covered addition and subtraction of algebraic expression and the multiplication of only monomials. Since this session is only focusing for grade 6 kids, I have only taken the multiplication of monomials. In further classes, you will get the multiplication of binomials, trinomials, so any kind of polynomial. Now, algebra, I am ending my session with algebra here. In my next session, I am going to cover linear equations. So, till then, stay healthy, stay safe. Bye-bye.